So in this part of the call, I will be talking about a Viva Connections card that I contributed recently. It's called the HTML or React HTML stock price chart. So we'll go through slides, look at the demo, and then look at the code. So quick introduction about myself. I'm Anoop. I'm an MVP and a developer in a company called Advania UK. Based in the UK. Those are the links to my profile, blog, Twitter, and GitHub. You can follow me on those platforms if needed. Right, let's have a look at the demo first of this card, and then we can look at the code. So let me see if the code is running. Yeah, it is. Now, what I will do is, so I have opened my dev tenant, and in the dev tenant, I've gone to the Viva Connections dashboard. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add this card, which is called the stock price chart card. And then if I edit the properties of that one, it's got a few properties wherein we can specify the name of the company for whose we want to see the stock price of, its symbol, and then currency. So by default, it is GBP, but I'll just change that to US dollars. And then once that is done, if I go ahead and preview that and then click on the stock details, it just shows the details of the stock. And then what's happening here is it's using a widget provided by this company called as TradingView, which we'll have a look at in a minute. And then that widget has got all the different charts, so you can click through all the different information, all the different charts to see the information and track the stock. So if I close the preview and then go back to the properties of the card and then change that from Microsoft to Apple, and then change to Apple, and then go ahead and preview the card again. Yeah, it just shows the stock price of that. And then the other thing this card does is it's connected to the theme of the site. So if I go ahead and change the look and then change the theme from red to, say, teal or blue, it dynamically updates that. So that's the card. And then the widget that we saw over there was called, was given by this, or is provided by this company called as TradingView. They provide some free financial stock widgets. And then if we go to the widgets page, we can see that they've got all the different type of charts and watch lists, tickers, heat maps, whatnot. The one that we are using in this card is this symbol overview. So you can see that, there's all the details over here. There is some embed code, and that's the one which we are using in the card. So can try all the different values here first, try different settings, and then get the code, and then put that in the card. So that's the demo. Now let's go back to the slides to have a look at the code. Or before looking at the code, let's quickly understand what this HTML quick view is. So before SPFx 1.20, or rather until 1.19, in the adaptive card extensions, the quick view, that is the view which we see when we click on the button. So in this case, when we click on view details, this view that pops up, that's the quick view. That could be developed only using adaptive cards, but SPFx 1.20 onwards, we've got the option of using HTML in the quick view. So that HTML can be plain HTML or any framework like React. That's the example you see over here in the left. So this is one of the cards that we have in the ACES repository as well, which displays a React component called as accordion, which shows the FAQs. And we are using a different React component in this particular demo that we saw earlier. So let's have a look at the code. So all this code is present in the PNP SPFx ASIS repository, and the link for that will be shared. So in the code, we've got this this main file, the adaptive card extension.ts file. And that file, it has got a few properties. One for the image, the name of the company, the stock symbol, and the currency. So these are the ones which we saw earlier. So name of the company, of course, maps to that. And then stock symbol maps to that, and then currency maps to the currency property. So the idea is we get these properties from the property pane, and then we have them stored in the adaptive card. And then this particular adaptive card extension, or I'll just stick to ACE now. So this particular ACE has got only one state property, which is the theme, because that's the one changes dynamically. And then what we have here is in the initialization, we register the theme change event. Now, this is not I mean, this is not mandatory, but you can do this in all the SPFX related code, be it web part or an ACE. So we are registering the theme changed event. So basically, when the theme changes, it gets the new theme, and then you can use that in the code. And then as part of this ACE, we have got two cards or two views. One is the card view, the one that loads initially, and then we've got the quick view. You see that when we click on the button to see more details, and those are registered over here. So let's take a look at the card view. So this is the view which we see when the card loads. What we have here is we go ahead and get the properties from the theme. So we get the primary color and the other color properties. The reason why we do that is we use that in order to display the card view itself. So as you can see over here, what's happening is we are showing the title of the card. That's one of the properties which is there, and then that gets shown over here. And then we've got an image URL, which we'll see in a minute. We can either set that to a custom image URL, or in this case, I'm just using a site called as placehold.co, with which we can have a colored image and then our custom text, which we are seeing over here. And then if we take a look at that, the image URL, you can see that we are using the background color, which comes from the theme over there, and then the text color, which we get from the theme. Then we have a nice text over here to say stock price chart of that company name, which is displayed over there. Again, this is optional. You can use a custom image or some custom text. And within this card view, we've got a few, or just one button, which is this button called as see the details of the stock. And then as you can see over here, that's the button. And then the action of that button is when we click on that button, it needs to show a quick view, which then pops up when we click on the button. So now let's take a look at the quick view. So we've got a file called as quickview.ts, and that quick view, if you see, it extends from a class called as base web quick view. So this is the new one which was introduced in SPFx 1.20. Before SPFx 1.20, the class that was used to extend the quick view was adaptive card quick view. But now we have this base web quick view, which means we can use HTML or React in order to render the quick view. So within the render method of this quick view, what we have is a React component called as stock price widget. So we use React here and then render this component called as stock price widget. You would have seen this kind of code in SPFX web parts or extensions as well earlier. So we are doing similar over here. And then now finally, if we look at that stock price widget component, this stock price widget component That's two properties, stock symbol and currency. So these come from the properties of the A's. So just to remind you, the stock symbol that we had set was MSFT and the currency was USD. We get those properties from the A's, and then over here we just render this custom script and then pass all the properties to that script. And then finally, there's the div element, which then goes ahead and renders that chart. And that's how the chart looks. Right. So that's the code. And then in summary, so quick views before SPFx 1.20 could be developed using adaptive cards only. Now we can use plain HTML or any other frameworks like React. In this sample, we saw how we can render stock price as a React component. Now, in this sample, we use a ready-made chart widget, which is provided by TradingView. But there's the other option is we can use an API which gets all the details and then create custom charts, which could be another option. Finally, here are the resources that were used for this demo.